Let's go. Connectors, what's up? DK here. Hope you're having a good day. I want to talk a little bit about a question I get a lot, which is, how do I even start a nonprofit organization? So let's start talking about the nonprofit. So if you're thinking of starting a nonprofit organization, there's probably a couple of things that I think we can say fairly definitively about it. Let's go. First, you probably have a passion for something that is making you think a nonprofit organization is something you want to do. So you might have a passion for a particular cause, whether it's homelessness or the arts or the environment or education. Something about this has sparked an interest in you, and you've said to yourself, I want to make a difference within that sphere of influence, and I want to start an organization. Good on you. But no, don't start an organization because of that. I know it sounds crazy, but don't start an organization because you have passion for a particular thing that you want to do. A better way to say it is, don't start an organization right that second. There's one piece of business you should do first, and that is look around you. Do some research in your community. See if there's an organization doing something in that sphere of influence that you're interested in. See if there's an organization already set up, infrastructure-wise set up, that's doing the work within the organization structure that you think you want to build. Why? Well, simply because you're replicating a service. And why not join forces somehow and work with an organization that already exists and already doing work for you? Now, of course, by doing that, that means you have to give up this idea of being the boss, being the executive director, being the president, being the founder. And I know that might be a little tough for you to deal with, but I don't think you're starting an organization simply because you want the title. It sounds like you can do it without the title. Most people think that way, because how they get into this space is because of the purpose, the mission. It's not because we want to start a business. If you want to start a business, there's other businesses to be a part of. But if you're looking to start a nonprofit organization, first and foremost, get a lay of the land. See who's out there. Go talk to them. See if there's a way that you can perhaps join forces, whether it is on staff, whether it starts as a board member or a volunteer, or some other capacity. You can use your skills and talents and drive to help that organization. Okay, let's say for the sake of argument that you look around your neighborhood, your community, and there isn't an organization like the one you want to do. And so you are now committed to starting an organization, starting your own nonprofit. My suggestion is to do the next thing, which is this. Build a brain trust. You got to get a group of interested folks, not yet your board, not yet your staff, just a brain trust of people that you can pitch your idea to. So what I like to do is get a few of my close friends, get colleagues, get people who are aware perhaps of the sector or industry or scope that you're working on, but certainly people who understand the community at large. Pitch them the idea, but then ask for critical commentary back to you. Ask for good criticism, good talking points, good assumptions, questions, the whole schmear. You want all of that done now before you get into the real mix of getting you registered and starting a business. Because remember, starting a nonprofit organization means starting a business. It is a nonprofit organization by the IRS standards, and there are things that you have to do for that. But first and foremost, you're starting a business, and so you want to make sure that it is crystal clear what you're doing, how you're doing it, and most importantly, find your why. You need to have a clear understanding of your why. Why does this organization exist? Why do we do what we do? The great organizations, whether they are for-profit, non-profit, doesn't matter. They understand their why. They can speak to why. Why do you need your why? Well, this is how you build a tribe. Because remember, you're going to have to vibe a tribe together to start this journey. You cannot do this by yourself. You're going to need surrogates. Now, your brain trust that you were just talking to might be the tribe itself. It might be the starting group, but it doesn't have to be. Remember, you're using them for the brains. You're using them for questions, critical commentary, criticisms, positive and negative. That doesn't mean that they're going to be with you the whole time. Now you're trying to build the tribe, the people who are going to be with you, the people who are going to have your back, the people's backs that you have. You need to make sure that they are the ones that fully understand what this is about. What you do and how you do it, very important. But the why, that's what gets the tuning fork in your chest to go off. It gets you excited about doing stuff. That gets people activated. So find the why. Make sure that is crystal clear. In essence, what you're building is your manifesto. This is the why. This is the why of our organization. Why I feel it's important. It is the value and the voice in combination that then says to someone, if you vibe on this tribe is for you. Now, soon after this, you're going to have to get forms and filings. You got to file federally. You got to file with your state. You know, do all those things, and I'll put links in the doobly-doo below so you can get an idea of where you need to go. Obviously, the most important stuff, you have to file with your state as a business, so you're going to have to go to your Secretary of State or the State Department within your state. You're going to have to go to the federal government and get your IRS EIN tax number. It is the thing you're going to live and breathe with as a nonprofit. It is the Social Security number of your business. And so every single thing that you do, every donation, every piece of conversation that you're going to have to do from investment purposes by donors, supporters, legacy givers, they're going to want to know that EIN number. And you have to get that through working with the federal government as well as the state governments. Then you're also going to have to be sure that you build your board, and you're going to have to get your bylaws, and you're going to have to get articles of incorporation. All of those things are essential in building up your business. But believe me, if you do not think about what's in your sphere now, how you can collaborate or partner with a current opportunity, if none exists and you do have to build yours, start with a brain trust and then find your why and make sure you share that why out to your initial tribe so that when you start recruiting for that tribe, they can vibe on what you're speaking to. And if the tuning fork in their hearts goes off and they know they're in good alignment, they're going to want to work with you and you're going to want to work with them. Then the filings and forms are basic information, basic step-by-step procedural things that you need to do. But after all of that, if you got through all of that, and now you're coming up on the very first meeting of your board, you and maybe a couple of volunteers, something, here's the next thing you need to do.
Nothing. Don't do anything. Well, don't do anything but do that together. Assemble everybody. Get them in a room. If you could borrow a conference room from a lawyer or you go to a community area, you need a place, but it just needs to be your tribe. Not a big public forum, not a place where other people can kind of fold in and out of this. Just your tribe. Get everybody together. Put the papers aside. Put up a blank sheet of paper. Wait a minute.
So get on a whiteboard and somewhere on there, make 2 columns. So like on the first one right here, write values. Second one, voice. So when we're doing this, what we want to do is we want to talk to our organization, our tribe, and say, what are the values that we want to represent as an organization, as our tribe? What are the values that we represent? This is the we believes. We believe, blah, 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 blah. We believe that the nonprofit sector is one of the strongest sectors in America, 3rd largest employment sector in America. We believe that the opportunity for the nonprofit sector to grow in terms of its leadership and community development is strong. Something like that you want to put here in the values. Next up, voice. Voice is basically how we want to represent ourselves out to the public. So are you happy? Are you cheerful? Are you positive? Are you stern? Are you academic? Are you sincere? What is the voice that you're using? I'm somewhat of a troublemaker. More like troublemaker, more like positive disruptor. But one of the things I have in my voice is, first, I'm loud. I'm sort of talk with my hands, talk all over my place. And I try to be interesting. I try to be a little funny. Try to be a little inspirational, rah-rah. But my voice helps set the value of the brand. At the end of the day, what you're doing with this is you're establishing what brand you will have and what ways that brand can be then given to each of your members of the tribe, because they're going to want to talk, tell the story, invite others to come into the tribe or to at least listen to what's going on within the tribe. You want them to be best prepared to take their individual voice, their individual story, and combine it with the value and voice of the organization. Remember, everyone is going to follow individuals. People don't give to causes, people give to people. So establish your value and voice so that the members of the tribe are ready to go out into the community, talk to folks, and tell the story of them, why they got involved, and then the why of your organization, the value and voice of what you're putting together. And that's it. You do those things, you can start a healthy organization, because it'll begin with truly understanding its why. It'll truly be looked at by your brain trust and giving you some honest answers and feedback even before you get through the filings and forms. And then once you get those initial members of your tribe together, you start building the vibe using values and voice so they can go out into the community and tell their story, but folding in the story of you and your organization. So guys, I'm going to end it right there. Thank you so much for hanging out with me again. I really do appreciate it. If you like what you saw here, please like and share this video out with friends and neighbors. Let them know about this and give me some feedback in the doobly-doo below, or you can send me an email at doug@connecteddotsmovement.org, and I can, pinky swear answer your question in 24 hours. I promise I'll do that. And if you like us here, like us on Facebook. We're right here at facebook.com/connecteddotsmovement. We're also on Twitter at WeConnectDots, and you can always send questions and retweets and likes and ask me to wear a t-shirt. I don't know. I like t-shirts. Anyway, thanks so much for hanging out with me. I really do appreciate it. My name is DK. I'm with Connected Dots, and you have just been connected. Talk to you soon. Nonprofit power.
Oh yeah.